the Ohio State Fairgrounds in Columbus for the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Spring Nationals. Round 2 competition will find Bigfoot, Bigfoot 10, another Ford against Snakebite. And also in round 2 competition, we'll have Barefoot against Equalizer, who advances from round 1. Also, we will see King Crunch and Taurus. So a pair of Fords going side by side. Snakebite and Bigfoot 10.
Gary, there's a story here. A lot of people feel, and I'm one of them, the only reason that Colt Cobra became involved in this sport was to have a Ford that could beat Bob Tanner's Bigfoot Ford and Andy Brass. Last year, he was very vocal about that. He said, I can build a Ford that can be the best. Chandler says, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. I'll keep Andy Brass to see if we keep racing. But a lot of people think the only reason that Colt Cobra's in the game is to beat the big blue truck on his right.
Well, the Snake has been very, very vocal. There's some bad blood between Snakebite and the Ford contingent from Bigfoot. We're not sure why, but he wants in the worst way to beat the big blue truck.
Whoa, he's going to have to do better than that on the starting line. Andy Brass drilled him on the start.
But here comes the Snake. Andy Brass in trouble with a second set of cars. A very rare driving miscue on the part of Andy Brass. And Colt Cobra takes the victory. The Snake will advance.
Well, I guess that shows the youngsters out there. Dream your dream and make it come true, because he said he could build a truck that would beat Bigfoot. Now, Foot leaves quick. Cobra stays cool. The truck settles down in no man's land.
But right here, coming over the second set, Andy Brass in trouble. Does not get the air he normally gets. Does not really clear the cars. He drives over the cars. The Snake wins, and he's with Army.
Colt, awfully close on the other end. You said you built the truck for one purpose, to beat the big blue truck. You did it.
Yeah, you know, Army, it was a real tough race. I knew it was going to be. I let Andy go ahead and stage first. It's kind of like a little mind game there. We was both trying to set in on each other there. I knew the left lane was quicker, like I talked to you earlier about, you know, but it looks like the Ford Snakebite come out on top. I seen him all the way. I could see him out of the corner of my eye. And we had just enough left in the, you know, that little paint gun just gave me a lot of shot down there on the end. And I just shot ahead of him.
And he's referring to the new sponsor, the Brass Eagle paint gun, as we take a look at Equalizer lining up against Barefoot.
David Morris and Gary Cook out of Tennessee come in with basically a backyard-built vehicle with spare parts and what have you, but they're players. The big question is, what kind of damage was done to this guy, the new kid on the block in the first round? Still a whole lot of smoke coming out of the vehicle. That tells me they did not find the oil leak.
Well, Fred Schaefer has that brand new Dodge Barefoot. We saw him come up with an oil leak in round 1. The truck is still smoking. The question continues, can he go the distance and continue competition here in Columbus? He gets the whole shot.
The answer to your question is yes.
Well, for this round, yes. But how long will that last before he does some severe damage to that engine? Boy, that can be very costly.
Yeah, it can, but you know, we got to wait and see. You take this thing one round at a time.
Yeah, and every round can get more expensive if you're doing damage to the engine. We take a look inside the cockpit of the Auto Value King Crunch. There are the eyes of Scott Stevens out of Woodlands, Texas, with a brand new paint scheme on the King Crunch. And there is a look at Eldon Depew in Taurus.
A moment ago, you talked about the paint gun sponsorship. As we see Eldon Depew come up on the screen, that Colt Cobra had. Bill Simpson saw Scott Stevens get upside down so many times, he sent him one of his helmets. He knew if he was going to get some airtime, that'd be the guy to do it with. And it's working for him.
And Scott did not qualify all that well. Got a good hole shot there, but here comes the youngster from Granite City, Illinois, Eldon Depew. In Taurus, he takes the victory.
There must be something in the genes of these guys, because Jack Willman Sr. has got a son that can drive his truck. His nephew comes in and puts him in another round.
Semifinal brackets, we look at the Snakebite. We'll go against Barefoot, the Equalizer, the fast loser from the last round. We'll take on Taurus. Well, these Jamborees offer a host of activities for not only the truck lover, but the entire family as well. To find out more, call or write the Special Events Promotion Company. Well, we know that Barefoot has an oil leak, but apparently Taurus has a problem. Let's go back trackside to Army Armstrong.
Gary, right now we're down in the pit area with the Taurus team, and they're trying to get their vehicle squared away. Motor's making horsepower, everything's going great. The problem is in the transmission or the drive assembly of the vehicle. They cannot get it in four-wheel drive right now. They said they made the previous run with two-wheel drives only. That's kind of dangerous in this sport, so they definitely want to get Eldon Depew back on all fours. Let's see if they can do it. Back to you, Gary.
There's a look at Colt Cobra in Snakebite, who seems to improve every weekend. He now is a player, but look who he goes up against, the veteran Fred Schaefer out of the Illini state of Illinois. He didn't have too far to drive, just across the state of Indiana over to Ohio for this weekend's competition. The Barefoot Dodge, the Snake Bite Ford coming at you.
You know, and they still cannot figure out where the oil's coming from on the Dodge. Oh, check this out. We're talking racing now.
Good side-by-side racing, but Barefoot and Fred Schaefer takes the victory. The truck continues to smoke. It is leaking oil. I don't know. That's a real gamble. I don't know if I'd be willing to take that gamble and lose about a $30,000 engine.
Yeah, but I know Fred Schaefer, maybe he doesn't have an oil leak. Maybe he just wants us to think he has an oil leak. Whatever, he's going to the final, and oil leak or not, that's what this game's all about.
Well, he just chopped off the head of the Snake Bite, so that Ford is out of competition. The Dodge, the Mopower continues.
Fred, real quick, I know you're busy. The crew's thrashed and literally run around trying to get everything together. Final time you're going to be there. Is the truck 100%?
The truck's looking real good. We got a few little oil leaks, a couple little problems.
Can you get the first win for Dodge? I mean, these guys have been looking for a win for a long time. You could be it, and it could happen today.
If I can hit the right button in there, the motor's got the power. There's no doubt about that. We've seen that with fast time already.
Well, Fred Schaefer will be in the final against either Taurus, Eldon Depew, or David Morrison, Equalizer. And still there is some question as to whether Taurus has four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive.
Okay, the tractor went back, and Jack Wellman told him, yeah, we got it all ready to go. Let's go racing. So that's the name of the game. We should have two trucks 100% right now. No, it's not there. Two-wheel drive only.
And Equalizer has a problem. Something has broken, perhaps in the drivetrain or the transmission of Equalizer, and Taurus takes the victory. The walking wounded has made it to the final.
Yeah, Lady Luck was walking on the right side of the track on this one. Let's watch it. You can see the rear wheel spinning only. Equalizer goes out. Now, bang, he shells the transmission. Eldon Depew stays cool, does what he has to do, and drives on into the final. So it's going to be Taurus against Barefoot in the final, Gary.
So we could have a controversy brewing. There is Jack Wellman Sr. He is irate. There is some talk that he may not be allowed to run the truck in the final. Let's listen.
The rule says competitive run. My guys, we can slide now through them.
Obviously, the officials are stating he cannot run safely with only two-wheel drive. We'll come back and figure this out.